Oh goodness, what do we have here? Some very wet puppies. Some very wet puppies. Oh, you guys are so wet. Did it rain? Did it rain? Oh, you silly, dirty things. Oh, this is so funny. Oh, yes, it rained. Beautiful rain. Hi, Luca. Hi, Luca, baby. These kids are going to get their vaccinations. They're going to get their vaccinations this weekend. And they are going to get dewormed this weekend. And then they're going to go, some of them are going to go home to their new homes in a bit. I think I have ducklings in the garden over there. I hear peeping. My lilies are starting to bloom. Love it. Got this lilies over here. That's one of my favorite flowers are lilies. Yes, everyone's starting to come out. The chickens are starting to come out to the garden. The garden's looking really good. I scaled back a lot of it. Scaled back a lot of the garden because of the fact that we're just trying to get things ready to sell. And so when I'm in the house and I'm working on it, I'm like, I can't maintain everything outside. So I mowed down most of my garden. You want to see it? Babies. Hi, babies. Rhubarb, sunflowers. The tomatoes are starting to put on some fruit. And then sunflowers plus peppers. So I put peppers along with my sunflowers so that, you know, the peppers did so well the year before with shade that I just decided to, and I could probably pluck off some of the buds because they could be formed better. The plants could be formed better before they start producing fruits. Because these don't look too happy. And it probably isn't the best that I had to weed it. I weeded it so late. Look, there's some, I did not plant those. Some volunteer watermelon plants. And then, so I mowed this area down. Here's a watermelon that I didn't think would come up. I did plant that one, but these ones I planted plants, but I've got to weed around them and get them situated. There's the chicks that the dogs were in the barn with, and they hatched out with the dogs, with the little pups. My sweet potatoes. My sweet potatoes are in the ground here, and I thought about moving them, but I think I'll just maintain the position because it's going to take me time to do that. Right now, I'm all about saving every ounce of time that I can on things. So one thing I'm curious to see what happens to, I put pool salt down on my asparagus patch and Epsom salt. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to kill the weeds and leave the asparagus. But I don't know how potent pool salt is because these weeds don't look like they're even fainting. These weeds all look like they're doing fine. Maybe over here I got enough salt. Maybe I need to reapply salt. Salt's supposed to be salty and potent. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was enough. I was saving some asparagus back so that I could mow it down in August and then get a crop. But I went ahead and I just mowed it down recently to let it start springing up again. And I put salt and Epsom salt on this area too, and it looks a little better. So you see the new sprouts coming up, but I do see still a lot of weeds. But a lot better than it was. So if the floodwater has resided. The floodwater has gone away. And I need to just pull down that fence because the goats, that's not electrocuted, that doesn't have electricity, and the goats could get caught and killed in the fence. So I need to go ahead and remove the fence because it's not doing anything. They started realizing that there was food over there for the chickens and stuff, but we actually are feeding them separately now. Hi, duckies. Hi, duckies. Hi, duckies. My little bug eaters. My little bug eaters. So, that is the garden right now. There's so many things more that I want to do with it, but I don't know when we're gonna leave. And I just can't bite off more than I can chew right now. I shouldn't. Anyway. Hi, duckies. Eat those mosquitoes. My little mosquito eaters. My little mosquito eaters. Oh, and I scared them. And I scared them. I decided not to cut down the canes this year. In the winter time, you can cut down the canes and then you can have raspberries in the spring. Or you can cut, you cut down the canes and then you can have a larger berried fall bearing canes. But when you leave them on, and they give you a bunch of red raspberries in the summer, and then in the fall you get more. But the reason why I wasn't a fan of doing it in the fall, having them give me fruit in the spring instead of the fall, was because the new ones would come up and it would kind of irritate me that the old vines were there. Although I could have probably pruned them back after they fruited, which would probably be a very good idea. That would probably work. Like after they fruit, just cut the spring vine back so that it's not a mess when you're trying to harvest your fall ones. I don't think there's anything that could be wrong with that other than maybe disease, more susceptibility to disease. But since I love iodine so much right now, maybe I should just spray the canes with iodine afterwards. Oh, look at my ducks. All right, we might see a pup go after a duck. They've been very good puppies, but it wouldn't surprise me if they want to play and run after a duckling. What are you doing? What are you doing, puppy? Go on, potty. And whoa, that's a close-up. But look at that. Growing, growing, growing. I'll update you on my eggplant as it's growing in this pot. I've got petunias. It's kind of, they're kind of drooping right now because of the rain, but petunias, rosemary, parsley, yum, yum, yum. Parsley is very detoxifying for the body. Just eat it, throw it in smoothies, whatever. Of course, you can do normal things with it, like actually use it in Italian cooking, but kind of fun just to eat by itself.